Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my Friday Stamping with Debbie. I'm just going to give it a few seconds for everyone to find me. Happy Thanksgiving everyone. I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving. I actually just got home not too long ago from spending time with family, and I almost forgot about coming live tonight. I remembered about an hour ago. So hello everyone, I can see you all jumping on. So let's talk a little bit about the paper pumpkin kit for the month of November. It's called Gifts Galore, and we've got these pretty little boxes, and I'm going to show you three different alternative projects that you can create after I show you how to assemble your boxes. So let me show you how big these are. I was so surprised. So we got three different designs. We have the gifts, the tree, and the snowman. So you can see how big compared to my hand. It's like the size of my hand. So those are the three. I'm going to start right off showing you how to put your boxes together. So let's start with the cute little snowman. There's two-sided. Let me bring all the pieces in. So here's my little snowman. So you're going to need two, and then we're using the round die cut. I didn't show you all of the die cuts because you're going to see them all as I create one project at a time. Let me just organize myself. You also need the tag. Now I didn't put the tags on my bags yet. I have them all stamped and ready to go. Once I put something inside, then I'll be able to put a tag around the cello bag. And we also got twine with our kit. So that's what we're going to do when I get ready to put the tags on. I'm going to use the twine. And the color this month is Flirty Flamingo. And as always, because I have the large ink pads, I'm going to bring my big one in to use. And we also have a whole roll of the tear and tape. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to do this one first and see if I can lay it there so you guys can see it. Now I've gone ahead, just to save time, I've gone ahead and added the tear and tape. So all you need to do when you put this on, you just roll it on and then you just tear it at the end. So you're going to need on each of the middle sections right here, you're going to need two strips. The sections on the end, you're going to need one on each of the small tabs. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces of tear and tape. And I'm just going to go ahead and bend these before I pull the backing off. You're going to see how easy these come together. So now all I'm going to do is go ahead and peel the tear and tape off of the little ends first. And all three of these boxes are the same. So you're just going to watch me do one of these because I've already pre-assembled the other two. Now all you're going to do, these are all bent. You're going to bend this over and you're just going to meet right there at the score line, and there's one side. And that's what the edge looks like on each side. Your edges just meet up right at the score line. So these are so easy to put together. So there's the box already. Look how cute. Now let me move this over just for a minute. What is also great about this kit, they thought of everything. If you flip this over to glue your box in place, you'll notice there's lines right here. There's guidelines that you follow, and that's where you're going to glue your box. So I'll show you what I mean. Let me go ahead and peel. And then you're going to see this bottom line right here. You're going to line that up. And that's how easy those go together. We're going to do the same thing with side number 2. This one's a little trickier because you have this piece that's kind of in your way, but you can still see enough to get that on. And that's how that goes on, and then it stands up just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the sentiment. Let me bring this one back in. So again, the Flirty Flamingo, and this one is the Oh What Fun. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up my stamp. And then what we do, you can glue this on if you want, but if someone wants to use this later and maybe doesn't want the sentiment on there, I would suggest not gluing it down. So now I'm going to bring my twine in. When you do the paper clip, where the two curved pieces are, that's where you want to keep that towards the bottom so you can paper clip this on. So you're going to thread the twine where the single loop is. And again, you're just going to have to watch me do this once because I did the other ones ahead of time. You're just going to tie a bow at the top. And if you've seen me do bows before, I always make my loops big and then I bring them in to make them smaller. Okay, so there's that one. And if you're not sure about doing the bows, if you actually look at your instruction sheet, it actually tells you 12 inches and for the tag 15 inches. But I just kind of eyeballed it. I didn't measure it all. So now all we need to do is take this. I'm going to put it on this side this time. And then you're just going to paper clip that in place. And then of course you're going to have the cello bag that you open up. You're going to put something in it and then it's going to go right in your box. And then you're going to tie the tag around. So there's the snowman. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the second box. I've already assembled this one just like the first one. We're going to do the one with the presents. Now this one has Happy Holidays on it. Now I'm just looking for my paper clip because I did do it ahead of time. Here it is. So again, we're going to remove the tape. I've already glued this one, so it's all set to go. We're going to flip this over. And again, you have the lines right there that you follow for a guide. We're going to lay this down, press it in place. So these next two are going to go quick because I've already pre-assembled everything. So let's go ahead and glue the second box right there. I've already got my paper clip done. Now I'm going to do Happy Holidays, again with the Flirty Flamingo. And then again, I'm going to switch sides just so you can see the difference. So there's the paper clip. Let me see, I'm going to turn this over to the right. There's my bow. You're going to have the bag on the inside and then of course the tag. So there's the one with the gifts, the Christmas gifts. And for the third one, this one is the one with the Christmas trees. And this one has Merry Christmas on it. So let's go ahead and stamp that. My box is all made, so I'm going to peel the backing off. And once again, we're going to use the guidelines. Whoops. Now this one is a little harder to see. I'm going to bring it up. You can see that very lightly there, that they're more like a pinkish color, a dark pinkish color. So we're going to line that up. And once I'm done this one, I'm going to show you 3 alternative projects. If you happen to be on my blog yesterday, a Paper Pumpkin Thing blog hop, I did a project for that I'm going to show you. Okay, here's the sentiment with the paper clip. And then, of course, the cello bag and the tag. And there's the Christmas tree. So how cute are these and how quick to assemble them? For those of you guys that need little treat holders for Christmas, this is the answer because they're so quick to put together. Okay, let me get set up for alternative project number 1. And before I do, oh, I forgot to show you guys the stamp set. I'm putting it over white. So you saw me use most of the sentiments. We also have snowflakes, the 2 in the front for the tag, the little bow, and then this one that I haven't used yet. I could use it as a gift. And I want to announce next month, before I move on, next month it's called the kit is going to be called Lots of Pun. And I copied what is going to be included in the box. It was just fun to read this. So the kit contains enough elements to create 9 cards, 3 of each of 3 designs, 9 coordinating envelopes. I won't read everything. It's a builder stamp set. This means the included images can be mixed and matched to build a variety of unique characters with different looks and features. So I'm so anxious to see what this one's all about. Make sure you are subscribed by December 10th for the December kit. And I'm starting something new starting in October. Anybody that subscribes Paper Pumpkin through me, once you reach your 3rd consecutive month, I have a clear case for your stamps. And inside, you're going to have a little letter from me. You're going to have a thank you card, an embellishment, a ribbon sampler, and then I have some designer paper samplers in there too. So, where's my address? Right here. I'm going to put that right here. So if you guys click on or go to this link and subscribe, you'll be on my list to receive a free gift from me. Now I'm going to show you what I made for the blog hop that was on my blog yesterday. We always come up with different projects. I happen to love the snowman, and you can see I added lots of ribbon. These are my 3 granddaughters, Caitlin, Kylie, and Cassie. I made these with the alphabet dies, and they're raised with the foam adhesive sheets. And what I did with my ribbon, I didn't have the colors that I wanted. I had the red. So I used the organdy ribbon or the glittered, I can't remember what it's called, and I colored these with my Stampin' Blends markers to get the color that I wanted to match my snowman. So, and I used the mesh ribbon to glue them all on. So this is going to be hanging up for a snow, you know, after Christmas type thing for winter. I think it's so cute. Okay, let's go on to alternative project number 1. This one I'm going to use the Christmas gifts. I'm going to use the banner from the kit. Now when I do my alternative projects, I always try to use mostly what's in the kit, and you'll see me maybe add a little bit of cardstock. So Poppy Parade, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So let me go ahead and fold that. And then I have basic white, 5 1/4 by 4. And before I show you the card, I want you to watch me dissect this card. I want to keep these 2 right here. So I'm going to cut them apart. I feel like I'm in a biology class dissecting. I'm going to cut around the bow. And this is the part that I wanted to start with. Next, I'm going to take the remaining gifts and I'm going to cut them into single gifts. So there's one. I'm leaving a little bit of white space on each edge. Whoops. This, even though this is cut off, you won't see it. Okay, I've got one more to fix. And then I'll bring in the card to show you. Okay, let me get rid of this mess. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. And this is the card that I made with it. I kind of tucked the other gifts behind the big one. So let's get, I'm going to glue that in place. And what I did first, I added some adhesive at the top. Wait a minute, I did that wrong. That goes on the front of my card. What am I thinking? I'm going to finish gluing this. I was supposed to grab the big present, not my basic white layer. So let me add this to the front, and I'll put this aside. Now I'm grabbing the right piece. I'm going to add some snail right on the top. And then I took this one, just pressed it in place. Then I took the pink one. Look how easy. The red one. And then lastly, the blue one. So you can see where I said this won't matter. Most of this blue one is covered. Look how quick that was. And it makes a multi-layered stacking gift. I'm going to use my dimensionals. Whoops. I wanted some height, so I'm adding dimensionals. That's going to go right on the front. So this is like a clean and simple card. A lot of white space. Okay, and that's going to go about a ½ inch from the bottom of the white. Then I'm going to use the snowflake. And I just added 2, one in each corner. Like that. And like that. Now I gotta find my Merry Christmas for my banner. And I'm also gonna use dimensionals on the banner. So how fun is that? What a transition from, let me bring that piece back in. A transition from this to this. Okay, and this is going to go right about 1/8 of an inch on the colored part. So there's alternative project number 1. Isn't that cute? Okay, now let's move on to number 2. I'm going to use the snowman on this one. I used my layering circles dies, and let me get you the measurements in case you, so this one is from the kit, the circle from the kit. This is Flirty Flamingo cardstock, and it's about 2 1/4 inches. And let me fold my, oh, and this is 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2. I'm going to show you the card in a minute. Let me get some stamping. This time I'm using Poppy Parade as my color. And I need to clean my stamp. So again, it's going to be the Oh What Fun. And I'm going to layer this flat on the scallop circle. So I used all 3 of the die cuts because this was my thoughts. You could actually have the treat holder and the card to go with it. And the same thing with this one. You can have the snowman treat holder and the card to go with it. Okay, I'm going to bring in my card. This is another clean and simple one, but it's so cute. Of course, snowman is my favorite. This is card number 2. The next layer is Pool Party, 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to go ahead and add glue to the snowman. It's going to go off the edge, about there. So now all we need to do is cut on 2 sides. So there's one. Oh, I didn't do a very good job on that one. I should have brought my paper trimmer in. I'm just following along the edge with my scissors. Okay, so there's my snowman. Now, how cute is that? I need to clean off my snowflake stamp. We're going to use Pool Party to do some snowflakes. Now, let me get my pad of paper because I am going to go off the edge a little. Right there. I'm just gonna fill this up. Whoops, I got a bump there. Fill this up with snowflakes. And then we're gonna glue this down with dimensionals. And how quick is this card also? We're gonna put this right here. And then I'm also gonna glue this layer down with dimensionals. And then I've got one more card to go. Make sure this isn't upside down. Okay, and there's my snowman card. And again, you could use the card to go with the treat holder. So a 2-piece set, just like we did for the presents. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of hearts on this one. You guys like that. Okay, now, third one. Let me clear my counter. And bring in my third one. Now, I'm going to need a ruler on this one so I can give you measurements. I'm going to be using rhinestone jewels. And I'm going to be creating a slimline card with the tree. Now, all I did with the tree is cut it in half. So I'm going to bring my trimmer in. And it doesn't have to be perfect, as long as you get 2 pieces out of it. So there's my 2 pieces. Okay, let me get my ruler out. This is just a scrap piece of Flirty Flamingo, and it's actually 3/4 of an inch. We're gonna cut it out like this to make 2 pieces. I've already stamped the little bow image twice. So Poppy Parade ink on Poppy Parade cardstock, and then I did fussy cut, for those of you that love to fussy cut. This is a scrap piece of basic white. I'm going to tell you the measurement, but it's going to go down here. I tore the top to make it look like snow. So I have this at 4 1/4 by 1 1/4. Pool Party 3 1/2 by 7 1/2. Basic White 3 3/4 by 7 5/8. How come 7 5/8? I gotta make sure that's right. It should be 7 3/4. How come wait, I gotta make sure this is, yeah, it works. I must have measured wrong. Okay. And then the card base is Flirty Flamingo 8 by 8, scored at 4. So let me go ahead and fold that on the score line. I'm going to double check the white. Yeah, I just measured wrong. So you guys, I gave you, what did I say? It's 7 3/4 is the measurement on that. So let me go ahead and glue the white down. And yes, you would have to create your own envelope for this, because this is a slimline card. That goes right there. So I'm going to put this aside for now. Bring in the Pool Party. I'm going to glue both tree pieces. And I did glue one a little bit higher than the other one. So we're going to go there. Go a little bit lower on this one. So they kind of intersect with each other. Now this is where I used the scrap piece of white, and all I did was tear, and I kind of tried to shape a little bit of a curviness to some of it. So there's that torn look. I'm going to glue that right here. And then I'm going to trim the ends. Okay, so there's my little snow. Now let's get Pool Party ink and the snowflake. I'm also going to bring in my pad. And we're just going to fill this with snowflakes. When you do this, make sure you turn your stamp so your snowflakes are not all facing the same. Let's see if I can fit one right there. Okay, so there's the snowflakes. Next, whoops, I'm gonna add some liquid glue. Whoops, there's a bubble on that one. I think I have a little bit too much on that one. Let me take some off. I'm gonna use this scrap piece and just rub some of that off. We're gonna glue the bows on each tree. And then we're gonna do the bling. So I added the rhinestone jewels. I added one in the center of each bow. Yeah, right. There we go. And then I just added a few in between the cluster of snowflakes. Not each cluster, just here and there. One more. Okay. And then what else? We need the sentiment, but I'm going to glue this down first. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. Love seeing the hearts go by. Okay, so now we're going to glue this in place. So I'm almost done, you guys. I'll bring all the projects back in too in case you guys tuned in late and missed the first few. Okay, now here's my card base. That's going to go right there. And now we have to do the sentiment. We're going to use the Merry Christmas Flirty Flamingo on Flirty Flamingo. Just gonna grab my little trimmer. Oh, wait a minute. I cut the H off. Let me redo that. I was not paying attention. Okay, that's better. I'm just gonna cut real close on each end. And then I'm gonna cut right in the middle. So there's my two words. Dimensionals. Now I need to cut to this one a little bit because I ran out. No wasting, right? And I'm gonna glue them. Whoops, I'm stuck to my fingernails. I'm gonna glue the Mary in place first. And then the Chris. Whoa, almost upside down. Okay, there's card number 3. Let me just bring them all back in. So this was the one using, I gotta bring my die cuts back in. This was the one using the tree. And then we have the tree treat holder. This one was the one using the snowman with the snowman box. And then this was the one, let me get my little gift die cut. I'm gonna run out of room. That's the one using the gift die cut along with the gift treat box. So look at all the yummy goodness here. And then of course I had a banner also that I created with my granddaughter's names on it. So there's some more for you. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed my class for tonight. I'll be back on my group page. If you don't belong to my group page, it's called Stamp and Ink Designs Group. Make sure you go over on Facebook and join the group. And I'm always live there on Wednesdays with my afternoon tea time and a card. So have a good weekend, everyone, and I'm so glad you joined me tonight. Bye-bye.